Hello and welcome to another edition of Sand Shark Bites. I'm your host, Justin Jarrett, Sports Information Director at USCB, and joined, as always, by Duffy the Hutt. He was impersonating Jabba the Hutt before the show for us. But enough Star Wars for one episode. Lots to talk about, lots of athletics, real live in the flesh athletics, and lots of hardware.
No kidding, we are not messing around this year.
No, we're not.
Don't get in the way.
We're bringing it home.
Through. Shark Train coming through. Get off the tracks. Chugga chugga. Toot toot.
Something like that. We're off the tracks already. We're not a minute deep into the show. We're already off the tracks. But yeah, a lot of championships, a lot of domination happening by the Sand Sharks, and starting with women's golf. Holy cow. 32-shot win at the Converse Fall Invitational. Franzi Knoetsch ran away. Knoetsch
right out
ran
of the
away
gate.
With another championship.
No catching up.
All five Sand Sharks in the top 10.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Knoetsch, Porta, Christensen, Schlo, Turner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, all in the top 10.
Top 10.
The
1,
top
3, 5, 7, 10.
The top three and the top five all tournament team. Franzi has won both tournaments this season, and actually she was kind enough to come in today and sit in on the show with us. So a little interview with Franzi here in just a bit to talk more about women's golf. Crystal Sunderman, in the first tournament she's actually coached, because Quinn Monahan took them on their first trip. Crystal was away playing in her tournament, so she gets the W in her first tournament as a coach, which I know she was very excited about, and the players obviously excited to get that win for her. So a great start for them, ranked 6th in the country, and only going up from here.
Yeah, man.
Awesome start.
Yeah.
And speaking of championships and domination, we told you about Betsy Douglas's first race of the season, which she won by something crazy,
an hour
like
and a half.
2.5 minutes. She only won by 10 seconds this time, but she beat everyone in the race, including all the Division I runners, including the entire squad from the University of South Carolina. 4
Division I teams running in that race, and she, 10 seconds.
Number one runner for South Carolina was an all-SEC runner in the 10K last year.
And in the rearview mirror.
And Betsy beat her in the 5K. So that's what kind of a talent we're dealing with Betsy Douglas. And as we've said many times before, also an all-world person, just a phenomenal person, and just awesome to watch her operate.
Every day.
Every day.
And for men's cross-country,
we took one dude.
Christian Slayton showed up.
We took one dude. Christian Slayton took care of business, though. He ran a good time, a solid time, holding back some of those guys. They're not really distance runners. Some of them are track guys who are training with the cross-country team, and Coach doesn't want to burn them out, put too much mileage on them, and slow them down in the middle distance events. So holding some of them back. Nick O'Neill's fighting some illness, so trying to keep him fresh as they can for conference championships and everything at the end of the year. But they'll get back out there. They'll do some things.
Christian, way to show up and represent.
Heck yeah.
Right
and
on.
The women are coming along. That's going to be a dangerous team. Most of the team going to the Beaufort Shrimp Festival, running in the Run Force Run 5K next weekend, or October 1st, rather. But Betsy, I have actually been informed, Betsy is going to take on a little bigger challenge. She's going to go up to USC Upstate. It's going to be their pre-conference meet, so they'll have a lot of teams from the Atlantic Sun Conference there, and see if she can beat a bunch more Division I runners. So she's got her sights set on something big. She was an All-American last year, and I think she's actually thrown around the prospect of making a run in a national championship. So we'll see what Betsy can do. If anybody can do it, she can. Her work ethic is incredible, and we know she'll put in the work to do it. So great start for them. Softball has a few fall events coming up. We teased to that last week, but they're going up to College of Charleston on Friday, the 23rd. This Friday. Today, if you're watching this on Friday. They're going to College of Charleston. They have a little doubleheader up there. Be interesting to see how they stack up against a Division I opponent, and a really good one at that. I think they won 38 or 40 games last year.
I'm looking forward to seeing what some of these players can do this weekend. We've got a lot of new players. In the last 2 years, we've lost 14 seniors to move out, and those, that's the whole team. And seeing what some of these youngsters can do coming up, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we'll talk about soccer a little bit later too, but we're going to hold off on that because we also have an interview with Coach Mike Manning, the assistant soccer coach, coming up later on the program.
Two interviews, one show.
2 interviews in one show. It's a lucky day for you viewers. That's that much less time you have to listen to us ramble. So without further ado, let's talk to Franzi Knoetsch, the already 2-time champion in 2016 from the USCB women's golf team. Up next here on Sand Shark Bites. Joined now on Sand Shark Bites by last week's Student Athlete of the Week, Franzi Knoetsch. Still working on your name after all these years, but I think I'm doing okay, right?
That's great, yeah.
All right, great. Franzi, off to a great start here in the fall. 2 tournaments, 2 wins, 2 out of your 3 rounds under par or better, I guess. Fantastic start. You know, what's been going on with your golf game? It's pretty impressive.
Well, I guess it was just the hard work was paying off. So finally, I've been practicing so hard over summer in the past few years, and now I'm actually playing good golf. So I guess hard work pays off. Oh,
last year didn't count as good golf when you were an All-American?
Well, it was good golf, but it is improving even more, so I can see consistently lower scores right now.
And you guys, of course, have a new coach, and this was the first tournament that she was with you. Your first tournament down at Coastal Georgia. Of course, Crystal Sunderman was not able to go with you. She was playing in the U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur, which we told the viewers about last week. So this was the first time on the road with her, and it sounds like you guys had a lot of fun. Yes, we definitely did. She's an amazing person. She is so supportive and so nice towards us, and she's just trying to comfort us as much as she can. And I mean, she's a great golfer herself, so she knows what we're going through at tournaments, and she just tries the best to make us play the best. I know there was a little bit of anxiety, like there always is with the coaching change, especially because you guys had a great relationship with Alexis Bennett, but anxiety, safe to say that anxiety has been put to rest. Everybody's definitely, yeah. Yes. From the second on I met her, I knew it was going to be good. Well, some great things already happening. A 32-shot win at the Converse tournament. All 5 players in the top 10. Now you turn your attention to our home tournament, so to speak. It's going to be in Tampa, down at Innisbrook, the Sand Shark Shootout, and you guys were the team champions last year. So, what is the mindset of this team going forward into that tournament? Well, I guess it's obviously our goal to win it again. However, this tournament is going to be much, much bigger than our last Sand Shark Shootout. There's going to be much stronger teams. For example, Kaiser is going to be there. So it's going to be way, way tougher. And it's not actually our home course, so we don't really have an advantage towards the other teams, but we'll try our best to win. You mentioned Kaiser. That's the #1 team in the nation. SCAD Savannah also right up there at #2, I believe, 2 or 3. USCB at #6. So 3 of the top 6 in the Sun Conference. Steel sharpens steel, I guess. Does it just make you guys all the much better when you have to play such great competition all the time? I think it does, because we work much, much harder to prepare for those tournaments, especially since we know they are so strong. We want to be as strong as they are and beat them. So I guess it gives us more ambition to actually work hard on everything, and we want to win. A great team coming back. 4 out of the 5 starters back from last year's team that was in the top 10 in the nation again. A couple of new freshmen, though, and they've cracked the lineup already. Blanca Porta and Crystal Song have both been in the lineup. Blanca's been playing really well. How about those new freshmen on the team? Well, it's freshmen. I actually haven't had the time to actually talk to them too much, but Blanca has been on both of our tournaments. She has been playing great, both of those tournaments, really, really good, especially for freshmen. I mean, she must have been extremely nervous, and she did such a great job. I'm really proud of her. All 3 of them are really nice. I mean, we have Blanca from Spain, we have Crystal, who's actually our only American, and Delia from Switzerland. I'm really excited to see how they're going to be doing since they're entering as individuals in our tournament. Yeah, and many great tournaments ahead, a bright future ahead for USCB women's golf. No seniors on this team, so everybody will be back for another round next year, too. Yes, it's going to be quite amazing to have the same team next year. And, well, who knows, maybe we're going to have a few more freshmen so that we actually have a bigger team to pick from. So it's going to be an exciting year. All right, Franzi. Well, you've set the bar high. You've got to win the championship every week now. So okay, I wouldn't mind. Just keep taking care of it. Keep bringing home the hardware. Will do. We'll be right back with more here on Sand Shark Bites. Oh, welcome back. Good to talk to Franzi, and just always amazed at how well she plays, and she's so self-deprecating. She always acts like, oh, I've not played very good golf, and
Golfers
then she goes out and shoots 70, 72.
Yeah.
She's off to a great start. Just when you think she couldn't get any better, she just keeps getting better and better, and that's what hard work's all about. So no doubt we're looking forward to many more championships and much more hardware from her. And maybe someday she'll be playing on the LPGA. She laughed when I said that, but maybe someday. Who knows? So let's talk some soccer. We pushed them to the back of the show here.
Yeah, we've
but
had some great things happen. I mean,
it's not really fair to do that. They're coming off a win.
Yeah.
They won 1-0 at Columbia International on Saturday.
Neeser
Feels
scored
like ages ago.
in 2 successive games.
Neeser scored in consecutive games. She's the only one who scored a goal for us since I don't know when. That's the only bad news. But yeah, Neeser's really coming on strong. The defense has been totally awesome.
Karen Pimentel's been.
Yeah, Karen Pimentel is a stud. The back line's been fantastic. They only gave up 1 shot against CIU, and I know you wanted to give a shout out.
I was going to say Moa Johansson, but she got the shutout. But I thought they didn't even get 1 shot off, or there was not a shot on goal.
They got 1 shot, but not on goal.
No shots
on
goal.
Moa got a shutout without a save. It's kind of like getting the win without recording an out or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But it's on her permanent record. She gets to keep that one.
She does, yeah. You can't take that shutout away from her.
Third game in goal, 4th game. Not many
Something
games in
like
goal
that.
as yet, but yeah, she's still back there working it out and getting it.
Yeah, and she's played pretty well. So promising prospects going into this weekend. They'll go to Southeastern on Thursday. If you happen to catch this on Thursday, that will still be in the future tense. If you're catching it after that, you'll check USCBAthletics.com and see if they won that game. But and then Saturday they're at Ave Maria. So first conference weekend, big games, 4-4 overall right now, but it's a fresh slate when you start that conference schedule, and hopefully we can be right there at the top of the table.
And then a week later, they're back at home finally. They haven't been back here for about 3 weeks to play St. Thomas.
Yeah, September 30th back at home. And in fact, that's what we're going to talk to Mike about a little bit. Talking about soccer, about what's happened on the field and going into this weekend, but also talking about something a lot bigger, and that's Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month and the great things that the soccer program's been doing with that. So let's talk to Mike Manning, assistant soccer coach for USCB, and see what he has to say about the Sand Sharks. Joined now on Sand Shark Bites by USCB assistant women's soccer coach Mike Manning and the department jokester. And Mike, but some serious stuff to talk about, not only soccer, but some other stuff as well. We'll start off with soccer, though. A big win against Columbia International, a little momentum going into conference play, and a couple of big ones this weekend, going to Southeastern on Thursday, which unfortunately most of our viewers won't see this until after that match is over, and then Ave Maria on Saturday. You know, kind of set the stage for where the team is going into this first weekend of conference play.
Like you said, I think the Columbia International game was a big one for us. 1-0 up there. We were able to capitalize on a opportunity where Brittany Neeser put it in. It was kind of a deflection off a player at the top of the box, and she did what she needed to do, put it away. I believe we outshot them 18-1 or something like this. So we controlled the game. It's going to be important for us to take Southeastern that momentum down there and keep the pressure up. And we've outshot teams just by a ridiculous margin. And unfortunately for us, and fortunate, Southeastern has as well on their schedule. So it's going to be an offensive game, I think. Just 2 teams going at it. Could be 5-6 at the end of the day. Who knows? But then we bounce back with Ave Maria and then head back home. 2 games to open up conference. We dropped a game to Southeastern last year, 4-0. That's one that we want to get back. It's going to be important that we do that. And then we have Ave Maria, on the Saturday that follows. It's going to be a little earlier than we're normal, our normal time, 11 a.m. game. So it's going to be a little different atmosphere, I think, for the girls. But as long as they come ready, we shouldn't have a problem this weekend. I'll say that on air.
Well, you can get away with that because at least the first one will already be over probably by the time anybody sees it. So
I'm taking a chance.
You'll either look like a genius or an idiot.
I'll look like a stooge, I'm sure.
But then finally getting back home, it feels like you guys have been gone forever. We had so many home games early on and then 5 in a row on the road. Getting back home on September 30th, and that's going to be an important game, not only in the standings, St. Thomas, who's number 3 in the others receiving votes this week, number 28 in the country, but also an important game because it's the finale of Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. Been doing this all September, raising money for Leo's legacy, doing some different things, the special uniforms with young men and young women's names on the back. Tell everybody a little bit about what's been going on and what they can be a part of if they come out on September the 30th.
September has been a great month for us because it's been more about about something bigger than soccer for us. The girls have these jerseys they've been wearing that you can see that Fight Like a Kid, End Childhood Cancer. It's something that is close to Coach Heberling and my heart, both losing family members close to us to childhood cancer. So we thought this year we would do something different, and we would put together a campaign for the month of September that promotes awareness for childhood cancer. It's going to all tie in, at the end of the month, September 30th, and then October 2nd, that weekend, where we try to raise money. We've been raising money. We're about $400 now for Leo's Legacy, which is a nonprofit organization here in Beaufort County in memory of Leo Vanoni, who would have been my stepson. And it's an organization that helps seniors in the Beaufort County area. Last year we had an opportunity to go and give scholarships to seniors who were graduating at several different high schools all throughout Beaufort County, and we're looking to expand it. We're looking to, again, raise awareness of childhood cancer, because that's really the bigger issue going on. At the gate, we're also taking stuffed animals and board games, which athletes at our school are going to be taking to children in hospitals locally. So that's also something you can do. You can bring clean stuffed animals and unused board games, as they are going to children who are very, very ill. So we can't take any chances with those kinds of things.
Sure, yeah, can't have some compromised immune systems and stuff, but yeah, it's been phenomenal. I know that people have rallied around it. Kona Ice from Bluffton came out to one of the games and donated all the proceeds to Leo's Legacy. Leo's Legacy also does a lot with youth sports in Beaufort County, just trying to have as much of an impact with the young people as possible. So hopefully folks will come out to the game on September 30th, bring a new stuffed animal or board game to donate, or just make a cash donation and help out Leo's Legacy with their mission. I know the goal was $1,000. We've still got a ways to go, but hopefully our viewers can help us out. And who can folks get in touch with if they want to make a donation but can't make it out to the field?
They can contact myself or Coach Heberling. I don't know if we can add our email addresses on here or not. I don't know how this all works. You can contact our athletic department. They can get you in touch with myself and with Ed.
Yeah, you can find all that information at USCBAthletics.com. The women's soccer coaching staff listed right there on the staff directory. So
pretty pictures as well on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't say so myself.
Glamour shots. Great photography on those. But,
it really was.
Well, yeah, some great stuff going on, and then of course that October 2nd game as well against Florida Memorial. So another big conference weekend. Sand Sharks looking to make a move in the Sun Conference this year. Thanks for joining us, Coach, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back with more here on Sand Shark Bites.
At the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, we offer small classes, individual attention, and an affordable education in an atmosphere that fosters diversity and achievement.
We are students.
We field 9 Sand Shark sports teams that compete in the Sun Conference.
We are athletes.
We are one university with 2 campuses serving the coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia.
We are the Lowcountry.
We are the fastest growing 4-year school in the University of South Carolina system. We are USCB.
Duffy laying down on the job again, taking his breaks. And
I almost took a little nap right there listening to Mike talk. He'll talk.
Yes, he will. And if you're close enough to hear what he has to say, he's usually got a few good one-liners too. He's a character. I was a little worried that we might have to bleep some things out or something, but right. Not for language, but just for content. He's a little sneaky sometimes, but no, Mike's a great guy. He's really helped head up the whole pediatric cancer awareness thing. with Leo's legacy, which of course is near and dear to his heart and to a lot of people here in Bluffton. So great stuff they're doing, and if you can find it, within yourself to come out to the game on the 30th and donate a stuffed animal or a board game or make a cash donation to help that cause, that'd be fantastic. We'd really appreciate it, and appreciate all the soccer teams doing for that cause. So on a little bit different note, it's time for the grand finale, so to speak, to hand out the Sand Shark Bites Student Athlete of the Week Award. And last week we said, you get the nod when you bring home hardware. Well, we brought home a lot of hardware this week. Franzi brought home the hardware, so did Betsy Douglas. Franzi was our winner last week. We interviewed her this week, but
that's enough.
We're not going to make it a whole Franzi show.
It's not all Franzi. It's not Franzi Bites.
Leave some for the Americans, Franzi. We're going to give the Student Athlete of the Week award this week to Betsy Douglas, who is a hog of that award in her own right, by all means. These two, they take home a lot of honors, and well-deserved. And Betsy, with the time of 18:30 in the 5K, we already mentioned it, beat all the Division I runners as well as all the non-D1 runners. I think it ended up being a total of almost 150 runners that she outpaced. And I heard Coach Kimball telling the story the other day to one of his running buddies that he knew, with South Carolina in there, that she went out strong. She was with him when he lost sight of her, and he thought, well, if she can finish third, this would be great. And she came around the corner with 200 meters to go, and lo and behold, she was in the lead, and she held everybody off. And you saw the picture on our website of her just running with fierce determination to win that race. So that was Betsy in a nutshell. That photo, just a fierce competitor, works as hard as she can, and obviously a great asset to USCB. So congratulations to Betsy, and look forward to seeing what you can do for the rest of the season, and expect to give you this award a few more times. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week to do it all again, and hopefully we'll get to catch up with Carlo and see what he's got going on. He's been a little under the weather and a little busy, but we'll be catching up with Carlo hopefully next week on Sand Shark Bites. Until then, keep those fins up.